There is only one person whom this government fears most. Not Rigathi Gachagua or Kalonzo Musyoka or Maraga or even the Gen Zs, the likes of Murara and Kasmuel, but Fred Matiangi. You remember in the last elections that 8 million Kenyans did not vote. And only Matiangi, if packaged well, can excite these Kenyans to come out and vote. I've spoken to several, and there's something about Matiangi that excites them. And remember, Matiangi has the backing of Uhuru Kenyatta, meaning the status quo support him. And the Mount Kenya people are also ready for Matiangi presidency. Remember when Gachagua called people and he was telling them that he has joined hands with Kalonzo, with the likes of JB Moturi and Matiangi. But when he mentioned Matiangi, the crowd went wild. The crowd was excited, and that was in Mount Kenya. And now, if Matiangi holds his base of Kisii region, then he can take the battle at William Ruto's doorstep. And Matiangi can really challenge William Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua will most likely self-destruct. You saw what happened with the party launching today. It was underwhelming. Kalonzo Musyoka, he doesn't really want the presidency. He is not looking for it. Maraga the same, he's not looking for it. The Gen Zs, we are just jokers. People, we do not trust each other. So only Matiangi, if packaged well, can prove to be a big challenge for William Ruto.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now clear that Matiangi is in the Kenyans' political limelight, and that is one of the people right now Kenyans want to replace President William Ruto come 2027. Now, then I took my time to do some research, question people, check online, and see what people are saying about Matiangi that is good, that is making them to prefer him for 2027. I assume that I don't know Matiangi, so I took my time literally to learn from people. And on this video here, I want to take you through step by step on some of the areas that Matiangi has worked and probably what he has done to prompt people to see him as a potential replacement for President William Ruto come 2027. But before I take you through, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, kindly take a second or two to subscribe. Also, I also kindly want to ask you if it's okay. Hit me up on my comment section, give me an idea, or maybe even share with me on a topic that you want me to analyze here. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let me dive in. Which are some of these areas that Matiangi worked? First of all, we have to look at some of the problems that Kenyans are experiencing and that they need a replacement. One of them, let's talk of education as we speak today. It's a need of Kenyans that the education sector needs to be fixed. As we speak today, the Moi University, actually, we had most of the employees laid off. And that is very unfortunate. In these hard times, you lay a father or a mother who has kids in school, having a loan or something that is servicing, and then here you are laying off this person. Where do you expect him or her to go? Where is this heading us? Where is this taking us as a country? Why do you do this? Now, apart from that, the education sector has problems as we speak. Money not getting disbursed to an extent where a budget is done and money for exams is not included in the budget. In the budget. Exams, neck. Now, another problem that we have in the country is an issue to do with health. Health is a problem in the sense that we are not seeing SHA working well. Matiangi might not replace SHA, but he can make it better. Because I know Matiangi knows how to identify a team of people that can be able to work out things. Also, we have things like roads. As we speak today, roads have not been done well in this country. In William Ruto's regime, I have not seen any new road that has been launched. Probably if he launches the one he was talking about from Mau Road, maybe Nakuru Highway to Nairobi. So I feel probably easier to do something as far as roads are concerned. Also, we have the issue to do with international relations, where we have, as we speak today, a president who says anything, he does not care. And today, actually, in the news, we saw the United States of America retaliating and warning Kenya that President William Ruto is not doing the right thing. So therefore, on this video here, I want to take you through on some of the things that Matiangi has done, which are making Kenyans actually to call for Matiangi to come on board. Number one, Matiangi served first in the public limelight. Of course, he had been a lecturer before, he had been a teacher, but now, when we first knew him in politics is when he served under the ICT docket in Uhuru Kenyatta's cabinet. And during these times, there are a few things that Matiangi did which I feel strongly that make Kenyans remember him, especially the youths, and some people, probably the middle class. Number one, it's innovation. There was some innovation that had started, especially in the universities like JKUAT, where we had something with assembling of laptops was starting and some softwares being developed and stuff. That was empowering the youths and actually inculcating the culture of growing the technology within the country. That is tremendous. Number two, Matiangi oversaw the migration from analog to digital televisions, where people doubted, but it worked. And as we speak today, we are all enjoying having smart TVs in our homes, Android TVs, all over. And that is as a result of Dr. Ken Ofredi Matiangi, who made a decision at that time. Some of us felt it might not happen, but it happened. So therefore, people remember Matiangi whenever they're watching TVs. These things we are watching came as a result of Dr. Fred Okengo Matiangi. A change that was very necessary. Now, he then moved to education. Here is where most Kenyans remember him. Here is where he did a lot of work that Kenyans actually remember him more. I think it's because it touches people directly to their households. Number one, during his time as Education Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiangi finished the stealing of exams in high schools. We used to have schools scoring, having almost 100 and even 100 plus A-planes. You realize out of 400 students, 100 are having A-planes, 150 A-minuses. Everyone goes to university. Something that is not normal. But after Matiangi came in, we had a big school in Nakuru, just simply got 2 A's, actually 1 A-minus, 2 A-minuses, from 100 to 2. That was a clear indication that there was something wrong that was happening that Matiangi fixed. Apart from that, apart from preventing the cheating in exams and stuff, Matiangi also went ahead to introduce the yellow color for the buses. Why? This was simply to enable easy identification of a school bus, either at night or in a jam. And I realized after that, some vehicles, public service vehicles, public transport vehicles actually could give space for school kids to be taken where they're supposed to be, either in school or if they were leaving games, especially if it's late or very early in the morning. This is a clear indication that it was a well-thought idea to show school buses. And so that whenever bus is passing around, you're able to tell these are school, these are kids, you have to respect them. When you see something bad happening, you're able to point out school kids are in danger if they are supposed to be, if it's something that is endangering them. That's also a good idea that Matiangi brought on board. He also said when you have a school bus, it won't be used on any public rally. And indeed, we saw that taking effect. Any public rally, like politicians coming and using buses to ferry people here and there. Also, he brought order in schools. Matiangi could go to schools very early in the morning and find the teachers not in class. But since he started moving around, people started waking up and doing the right thing. He also introduced the new curriculum, that is the CBC, that is being managed by President William Ruto right now. So the fact is Matiangi did a tremendous job that people are remembering him for where he was in education. Lastly, Dr. Ken Ofredi Matiangi also served as an Interior Cabinet Secretary and probably as the Chief Cabinet Secretary under President William Uhuru Kenyatta's regime. During this time, there are some few things that he did. One, he introduced what we call Huduma number. The idea behind Huduma number was simply to have a Kenyan having one card that will have all other details about him. That's why when you were registering for the Huduma number, we gave out the birth certificates, we gave out our IDs and any other document that we had. Indeed, I feel strongly that this is an idea that was supposed to be really inculcated by William Ruto in his regime, but indeed they abolished it. Right now I have my card that is just idle in the house. I hope one day it will be functional. This time we spent about 45 billion shillings. I feel that now it's very difficult to imagine that when President William Ruto came into power, they did not imagine that a lot of money was used in this. 45 billion could have renovated almost all the public hospitals in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, during that time he also introduced police uniform. A very noble idea, but of course it was not so much, let me say, advanced the way it was supposed to be, so that it can take care of most of the needs of the police officers and the people they are helping. They also introduced what you call a very simple thing: production of police officer uniforms in the country by NYS people and some people in the prisons, simply because they feel that we have the manpower to do the same thing in the country, unlike when they wanted it to be taken abroad so that we can import uniforms for police officers. Ladies and gentlemen, that was not the way to take our country. I don't know what's your take as far as Matiangi is concerned, but on the comment section, show me what you think Matiangi can be able to fix in the country, in the government, in case he takes power come 2027. Or maybe just let me know, why do you feel that Matiangi is a good candidate? Or if he's not, please also register it on the comment section. My name is Abel Mukwa. See you next time for more videos.